Hey everyone, this is Gary again. So today is 1st of February, and in Hong Kong it's the Chinese New Year, Year of a Snake. So everyone 新年快樂. It's Chinese New Year, everybody is having holiday. Wish everyone a happy New Year. So it's been a month since last time I do the voiceover, and I think last time I was doing it in Cantonese, and this time I've been thinking if I should do it in English or Cantonese, and this time there's a lot happen, so I'll be covering a lot this time. I hope I can make it quick. So as you can see, this is the cover I made for this YouTube video this time, and I want to cover a lot that is happening around the world, including the plane crashes in I think recently more in the US, and there's one Hong Kong bound Korean airline that's burned down in Korea, and Trump is back as president of the United States, and since he swore in, he's been doing a lot. So and before that, there's the fire in LA, burned down like quite a few areas of LA. A lot of people lost their home, and then I will move on to my case that I filed the judicial review in High Court. Now I'm waiting for the court to write to me. Hopefully this video will not trigger the corrupted to try to affect like the court's decision, and because maybe I'm over worried, because I still believe the court in Hong Kong is quite clean from those corruption, and then I will I'm still trying to figure out how I should call out a guy that I kind of respect him a lot. His nickname is Homentin Tyson in Hong Kong. So I'm kind of like calling out Tyson in Hong Kong and Jake Paul in the US. And you can see like I kind of pick up this name like Courteous Maximus from Elon Musk, because I know I think not long ago he suddenly changed his name to this Courteous Maximus name, and it's kind of related to a crypto that is named like Courteous, and I think it's linked up to the Bible origin, because like the Courteous thing is about the fraud PayPay, and I believe PayPay is like the 10 wraths of God. Like one of the 10 wraths is the frauds, like the jump on the official of the Egyptians. So and this Courteous Maximus is like it's like a very good name, because if you have watched the movie Gladiators, you know the main character is called Maximus, right? So so the control system always like organize kind of like a sports games and stuff, like try to get people's attention around the game, but then they forgot about like how they're being controlled, how they're being manipulated. And I think Elon like purposefully picked this name because of that. And those people, I don't know, make this crypto believe like we should have our own like conscious and our own discernment on everything that's happening around us. So I kind of leaning to use this name to join the game, the champ. I think it's called 無敵杯 in Hong Kong next year. In English, I forgot the name. It's like Hong Kong champion. Like I don't know. In Chinese, I remember it's called 無敵杯. I lean on picking this up, pick up this name as the nickname for joining this game, because like the boxer in this competition, like they all pick up their own nickname. So I kind of feel good like having this name, because like I don't know, like I think in Hong Kong there's a lot of fear, and it's like people are so in fear that they don't want to challenge a single person that is like, I'm not saying like you challenge the government, but the thing is like here it's not about the ruling class or anything. It's like the rich people, like they rob your stuff, like me, I'm being robbed the shares. Once the people hear about like Alibaba, they got scared, they got really scared. Like I know, like they don't even show that like they want to know, like they just want to like hide in the cave and not to step on Alibaba's interest. But then like here, if you hear me out, Alibaba, Joe Tsai, at the end he does not need to pay $1. It's just these two guys, Andy and Winston, they are holding like 51% of the share. And this David, he's like the devil behind all this. He's the first guy who come up with the idea to rob all my shares. So this guy, if you ask around, like I think like there are people saying this guy has been an asshole for like many years, but it's just like the people are so in fear they don't want to hear this. Like, oh, I'm stepping into the cake of Alibaba, so I may be in trouble, so I'm so scared. Like even I'm a boxer, I'm scared. So if you can step onto the ring like and fight, then in real life you are just a pussy. When you hear some big names, you get scared, you hide in your own cave. It's not how authentic, like how an authentic bravery is. It's like you're living in your own cave, and then like once something happens, you get scared, you dodge, you're being a pussy. Hong Kong does not need that kind of person, like that kind of people. But I think like all of you should wake up to all this. Like, so that's why I lean on picking up this name. Like, so I kind of like try to test the water on this competition. It's like, are they trying to organize a Roman circus? So people's attention always goes there, and like no one is caring about like if the society is fair, like if there's someone doing robbery in the society, like ripping off like people's rights, like my shares, and like everything that's fair. I'm not saying like you are challenging the ruling class. I'm not like stepping into the so-called CCP ruling Hong Kong stuff. But then here it's just like a rich class like ripping off the poor class. It's so basic to the like rule of laws of Hong Kong, like all the civil case, like the decades of corruption in the legal industry. All this you do not want to challenge. You just like hide in your own cave. Like I don't know, maybe this boss in this competition is not doing this, but then if I pick up this name, I have a story to tell. So I give the boss the benefit of the doubt. So I believe like people in Hong Kong are still like I know, like not like in total 100% fear. So here I already discussed, actually I already covered quite a lot on like what I want to discuss. It's like the fear-based versus trust-based with faith. If you believe God is in control, so I know like someone suggests me like the attribute project and this cubicle robbery thing should be separate out, because like the reason they raise is quite ridiculous. It's like people will sense that you have personal interest in this. Hey, I mean, who in the world will do this? You ask Trump, you ask like Elon Musk. If the money originally is like well deserved, is their money, will they like contribute all to charity? The obvious answer is no. And this is like what my rightful money. I contribute 100%, and you're still saying like I have my own agenda on this. This is like the most selfless contribution to charity ever, I think. So like we can discuss this openly. You don't need to like come to me and discuss like in a 2-person quiet situation, try to mislead me into something that maybe this will step into the interest of the rich class. Come on. The thing here is like they are rich and they control everything. They try to control everything. And the legal industry is super corrupted. Once there's a rich versus poor, this happens. Like it's not just me. It's like I can tell you like Peter and Janine have been doing this for decades. So if you don't make this right here and now, this will continue. And Hong Kong is like what? It's like what? Like so-called rule of law, but then like everyone knows the rich always win. No matter how ridiculous it is, it's not fair. This has to change now. It's like this is like the deep state in Hong Kong. All this bullshit happening in the US, they are all like kind of like classified into a construct that's called deep state. Deep state does not exist at all before. But then if they're the people, they're the evil that control everything to their own interests and rip off people, then they are the deep state. They make themselves the deep state. It's like the whole corruption group is a deep state. So categorically, I can say like there's deep state in Hong Kong, just like this group of people have been working together for many decades. They've been doing corruption all together. It's just like no one is catching them. Anyway, let's cover like some of the things happened in the US and see like I hope the people who watching this can be inspired, because like what I want to cover is like the people who does not know this like before. So to let them like be inspired and try to think like, because all this, some of which are like deception and lies for many decades. I already know like food and health and the trafficking and education, LGBT, all those stuff. I already know. So I'm targeting the ones that who don't know, and together like spreading this message, we can change the world together. So maybe the first one is the recent plane crashes. I think it's like a war between angels and evil. Spiritually, this like it's like kind of like in Chinese, like 注定. It's like it's destined to happen. So it's like in DC there's a plane crash, and Philadelphia just now there's a plane crash, and no matter how it is, it's like chaotic. And someone was saying, oh, the company making the Black Hawk was making the Black Hawk autonomous. So it's just like fly straight to the plane, so the plane crash. I think the point here is like there's a lot of things happening behind, and somehow you should replan to God. And so these people, I don't know, like somehow it's very like I don't know, it's like because you did bad or you did evil sometimes, so things like this happen, and people kind of think it's sad, it's like a terrible accident. But I want to say it's like somehow in some way this has to happen. And for the LA fire, I already written here, it's like there's an Instagram post saying like this is like DEW, it's like direct energy weapon. You can search for like a patent online. This guy from the US already searched his patent out. And I think there's also something called smart meters in LA, and before that there's a water blockage, and like in the reservoir or the dams, and there's some big insurance company cancel all the fire insurance before the fire. This is so evil. And this direct energy weapon, we can just take a look here. Let's see.
Nate, you can see the rest, but click on it, and what do we have? I'm not even going to say it up there, but you can read, and you can click, and you can read, and you can scroll. Go look for yourself. I'll tell you one thing I probably know for sure, though, is I bet a lot of the elites in that area, I bet none of them lost their lives. I bet they had some advanced warning of what was coming. But of course, all this is just speculation and satire, and I don't even know if that is CGI, AI, or what, but if I were you, I'd use my noggin and research more myself. Entertainment only, of course. Well, it seems it's about that time again. Time I go patent hunting, because every time there's something big in the news, I seem to find a patent. And I don't know if you've seen this picture, or this video, or this video where things from the other fire west of LA, the blue things didn't seem to want to burn. None of them. Which brings us to this video, which I'm sure a lot of you have seen, where a certain color doesn't seem to be impacted by that directed light.
Wow, that's a very interesting video. I don't know if the blue thing can really resist laser, but it seems like he got a point. And the next one, before I move on to the next one, I think everyone watching this should do your own research and try to see like if the blue things that they really don't burn. I know maybe in 2025 there's new laser technology to make the blue things burn. I don't know, like there's a lot of blue things in the Congress recently, I think also. Anyway, do your own research. I think Elon Musk also sent like a lot of like Cybertruck into the fire scene, because like all the 5G tower burned down, like all the internet burned down. So act as like a raft to save the people in the fire, and also act as the Wi-Fi router for Starlink, so the media can do a live coverage. Wow, that's a really big, I know, achievement by Tesla and Elon Musk in this one. It's like saving people and like connecting everyone, and still like and also a promotion for his Cybertruck stuff. I think the Cybertruck delivery delayed because of this. And for the people who, for the ones who didn't watch my last video, please watch my last video. I think it was in Chinese, or if it is in English, just check. Like because the plane crash definitely linked up to the Boeing deep state stuff. Because like in the last 4 years, the bullshit of DEI policy that you hire people because of their race, not because of they are good and competent for how to say that word. They're good at their job. So you should normally we hire people because they are competent for doing their job. But then this DEI bullshit making like the companies need to hire someone who's black, who's Indian, who's Spanish, stuff like that to fill up the percentage of the company, which is bullshit. Luckily, Trump is back. This bullshit is gone. And another big one is exposing the big pharma. Even in Hong Kong, like people still believe like the pharmaceutical company are good for them. Wow, this is like this mindset has to change. It's like you have to check out RFK Jr. They call him Bobby. They call him Bobby, I think, like because his name was Robert. and they call him Bobby. And RFK Jr. is the nominee for the Health and Human Services in President Trump's recent cabinet. And so basically, RFK Jr. will expose the big pharma in terms of a lot of stuff, like the vaccine. So the vaccines has been causing, in COVID has been causing a lot of harms. I think there's reports for those harms in US. Let me search. I think it's like vaccine. It's called the VAERS. So you can check this database for the injury and harm caused by the COVID vaccine. And another thing that I think RFK Jr. will expose is I think like adding fluoride into water causing like lower IQ. Because this one also happening in Hong Kong. I don't know like if the people like writing letters to the water department in Hong Kong ask them to stop adding fluoride into the water, because this deception has been going on for like decades. No one was trying to say anything about this, and the water department just keep pumping like fluoride, which is like manufacturing waste into our water, like poisoning us every day. No, like the science was a result of like a money scam, when it's like a result of money corruption, like the so-called science, also from the US, I think, in other countries, not from Hong Kong, saying like fluoride is good for your teeth, which is so ridiculous, and like everyone's still buying that. I don't know why, but so this one, like friends in Hong Kong, we can do something about it. I think like adding fluoride into water, like people are buying like no fluoride toothpaste. I guess like it's a established like a trend to buy a no fluoride toothpaste. So it's almost like people are know this, but then the water still got fluoride inside. Anyway, another thing is exposing the Jeffrey Epstein child sex trafficking ring. And in Hong Kong, I think a lot of people hearing about similar stuff. It's like the KK Yuan. It's like a compound set up in the borders of like Cambodia and Thailand, or the Golden Triangle area, like trafficking people. Like here, they mostly focus on child sex trafficking in the US, but in Hong Kong, I think in Southeast Asia, it's not just this. It's more than sex trafficking. It's like organs. It's like criminals, like phone scams, operation center, and what I don't know, all kinds of criminal stuff in those areas. And also another thing to expose is the pushing of LGBTQ devil agenda, the evil agenda in the US education. And this is mainly, I think, is done by Kash Patel, which is the nominee for FBI director by President Trump. And I think he will have a lot to work on this. And I think like I heard one senator was asking him about the parents, like normal parents, going to a school board, like complaining about the LGBTQ stuff. And then the FBI, like before in the Biden administration, was like classifying these parents as like domestic terrorists. It's like you go to school, make a complaint, and then you become terrorists. It's so ridiculous. So Cash is going to deal with this. And the next one is like the deportation of illegal immigrants. I think that's mostly covered by Trump. Yeah, this is Cash. Deportation, I think like it's like the open border in the south of the US. Like people just can like walk from Mexico to the US. It's so ridiculous because like no country in the world has like an open border like this. And the Doge department, I think they already discovered trillions of wasting in spending in the government. And another thing is the only two gender issue. This is like I think like male and female. It's like the LGBTQ was like is so why the LGBTQ promotion is evil. It's like it just disrupt the yin and yang, the balance. It's like extremely disruption on the natural order, and then you try to promote it. I'm not saying like being gay is not deserving any respect. It's like you born that way, okay, that's your problem, that's your stuff. It's not problem, that's your issues. We respect that, but you don't like push your values onto others. It's like respect, I think, is the max boundary that like we have on this one. But then if you promote to others, it's like kind of like have like a coercion and like manipulation of the society or accepting this is normal, well, then there's a problem. It's like if you are straight, you don't go on the street and promote like let's have like an orgy party. Like it's like, you know, normal people has the conscience to know this is evil, but then like they package the LGBTQ thing into so loving and freedom, love and freedom, love is love stuff, and it's just like normal people will just like easily deceived into accepting this is normal, and the natural order is like yin and yang, one man, one woman. That's the natural order. It's like it is in the natural world. It's like in the animal world, it's the same. But then you don't come out to promote something that's far out of the extreme. It's like and normalize it, like in the name of love and freedom. It's just ridiculous. It's like evil agenda. So people have to be careful and with discernment on this issue, because like it's sensitive and yet it's very tricky. It's like deceiving you into something else and tell you this is normal. It's like in Hong Kong it's the same. It's like when they try to manipulate you, they say this is normal, but you know this is an extreme. It's like extremely imbalanced. It's like I give you all the unhealthy food and tell you this is a well-balanced meal. It's so tricky and so deceptive. Okay, anyway, let's see if I still have something else. Oh, this one is I saw this in Hong Kong. We call it 年宵. It's like they're selling like kind of like this kind of funny like saying words as like a little plate to you as like a decoration stuff, and because in Chinese New Year there is a like a New Year market. They will sell stuff like for decoration for this kind of like saying. It's in English it's like when you tolerate someone's fraud, first you anger yourself, and second you will benefit the devil, the evil, the others. They say others, but when I looking at this time, I'm saying like you benefit the evil. So in Chinese, I think I don't need to read it out, and maybe in the next video I will do it in Cantonese, and I can cover more on this. And I'm still figuring out like how to call out Homentin Tyson, because he's a good father, and I want to respectfully call him out, and I want to challenge him in a good way. And I also want to call out Jake Paul in a better way, because it seems like in Hong Kong it's quite limited for me to do anything to call him out. So I'm thinking out a way to how to do this, maybe through the competition. And I hope I don't hope I believe the boss will kind of understand why I picked this name, Curtis Maximus, for the multiple. And for attribute and cubital, I don't think I will separate out, because it's just no fear base here. I think at this time we shouldn't have fear base. It's like this fear base and trust base, like you guys can Google, and I think this is the Curtis Maximus. The memes, it's so good. It's the Roman Empire stuff. Yeah. This is the Gladiators too, and I want to show you guys is maybe I search a little bit, fear based versus trust based. Basically it's like two modes of operation. It's like my understanding. It's like fear based, you lose all the opportunity to create and benefit from all the situation, because once you see something you're not familiar, you say no. It's kind of like the people who hear about my case, and then they hear about Alibaba, and then at that point they decide not to step into Alibaba and just stay away. Yeah, that's fear based. And trust based is like, okay, this is the situation. I trust this guy first, but I'm not blindly trust this guy. I verify his action, so I can work with him if there's opportunity. That's trust based. So it's like, basically with trust based, you can say yes to everything. You can say yes, and then you try to figure out like how to follow up on that. And in trust, if you do it in trust based, you can have all the opportunities of the world. You just have to be careful. It's all the goods, but not the bad. But the thing is, you have to verify, and you have to balance your actions, your time and stuff, invest into this. So, and it's even better if you believe in God and there's faith into the whole thing. So I don't know, I think like if you're a Christian or you are someone who are into spirituality, and you should understand that like the good people will always have good karma. Or in Christian, there's a concept of salvation. Once you believe and repent from your sins and believe in Jesus, you will be saved. And all right, yeah, please forgive me. I'm quite scattered on the things that I want to discuss, because like this is supposed to be the video of I think the third one out of the 15 points that I want to discuss, and I will highlight the one that I want to discuss in yellow. Is about the Law Society of Hong Kong, and I think this is all within the Miro diagram that I drew before. And you can see in here, I think since October 2019, I already complained to the Law Society, and after and again in June 2021 for Peter Wong. And if you guys can check out my Miro diagram in under the label 8, Law Firm Misconduct and Evidence History, and you can refer to the timeline here. This is the Law Society Active Investigation timeline from June 2021, and you can see I marked all those in this golden yellow color related to the Law Society. So the key point basically is I highlight in red around the end of 2022, I discovered the Law Society of Hong Kong has been intentionally delaying the investigation with the corrupted lawyer Peter Wong. So basically, they lose trust. I lose trust to this so-called Law Society. They are kind of corrupted with the issues and working with Peter Wong behind the scene. So you can see, and the legal aid department. I think this one. If I still talk about this, it's like I kind of treat you guys didn't watch my videos. For the second point about the legal department, I think all of you can check out my previous video. Mainly is the legal department is corrupted. The responsible lawyer and the counsel kind of deliver low quality and very ignorant work, delay the whole schedule, making me bankrupt and all this stuff. So it yeah, and they try to say Peter Wong's misconduct is actually benefit for me. So it's like the judges were saying this is like a worst misconduct in decades, and they are saying this is vitamin for Gary. Anyway, I think you guys can check this out in my previous videos, and basically you can safely assume the legal aid department is corrupted. So you can see like how corrupted is the legal industry like in Hong Kong. It's like every time there's a rich versus poor, they link to the rich, no matter what, giving up all their integrity, all their I don't know, conducts in the profession. It's just like a point-blank abuse of the system. Anyway, let me see. So this leads to my judicial review application. And you can see I filed for the legal aid to grant a certificate to me. And I asked for 2.5 million Hong Kong dollar damage paid by the legal aid department because of the things that I suffered. And an apologies statement from the legal aid department. And here's my ground. They have their corruption and misconduct, and the details you can read here. But at the end, it's like they harm my time, my personal well-being, financial impact. They damage my reputation, causing me like distress and stuff. Lose business, job opportunity, all that. Downplaying the damage. Omission in counsel's opinion. As I said, I'm not a legal profession. I have to study real hard and stuff. And I'm devastated last time, like when I see all the misconduct. It's just disgusting. It's like psychologically, I suffer a lot from this kind of like misconduct. It's like no one expects this from the government. I think the government should be good, right? But then, wow, it caused me like a lot of pressure, and I have to study hard like a lawyer to do this. It's crazy. It's like, wow, so much pressure on me. I have to do all the documents and stuff and go to the court and stuff. Wow, it's like, wow, it's making me crazy. It's like sometimes I'm sick of this. It's like I feel really, really bad. Like I don't know, my heart is not comfortable. Like my skins are not comfortable. Like my liver is not comfortable when I work late. It's crazy health issue that I suffered. It's crazy. And they ignore the misconduct by Peter Wong. It's crazy. And they dread and with the evasive attitude, it's crazy. It's like I have to go to their office and act like I'm the wrong, but in fact I'm on the right side when they are doing all the misconduct and stuff. I kind of, it's exhausting, you know. Like, you know, a lot of people was exhausted by this like kind of like corrupted lawyer, and they don't even have their own like self-esteem in serving the people, serving the rich. They don't worship God, they worship the money. It's crazy. They frame, they also frame me, like they frame my claim as not enforceable, and saying like my act is like when I challenge their attitude, and Pauline Wong just like saying I'm the one who's wrong in attitude. Well, it's crazy. Luckily I record the meeting, so her time is definitely wrong. Like I go first with her attitude. It's just like she's doing like an instant response with her lawyer mindset, lawyer like tricks. Crazy. And then they did like low quality work, so I have to do it myself, and I have to consult others. It's like a lot of work to me. It's like making me like stressed. There's a lot of like emotional distress that I suffer from all these corrupted lawyers. So I hope the court will deal with this like in a fair manner. I think all the judges in Hong Kong, they're still like very clean and smart with wisdom and all that. I think they can still protect the justice system in Hong Kong, and it's just I don't know if they will attack me on other stuff right now, because like I do this is like for the good of society, because like this kind of corruption have been in Hong Kong for decades, and like people knows about it. There's a movie talking about it. It's like, why there's a movie? It's because like things happened over the years. Like over many years, it's always been like this. It's called, I think it's called 毒舌大狀 in Cantonese, right? Oh, I don't even, yeah. In English, it's called a guilty conscience. Conscience, yeah. So it's talking about the corruption in the legal industry in Hong Kong, and I'm just the guy who experienced all this like firsthand, and have the guts to fight with these evils. So I think it's about everything that I want to cover today, and I hope there's people in Hong Kong, friends in Hong Kong, the ones watching, like no matter where you come from, you find the link. At least you know this deception. It's been happening in the US, and some of those are in Hong Kong also. Because like vaccine and the water issue is also in Hong Kong. I think like trafficking is also in Hong Kong. And normalization of the LGBTQ stuff is kind of in Hong Kong. And this is actually why I say it's an evil agenda. Evil's agenda, because like if you check the Satanis, the statue of the Satan is actually a statue of a goat with like female and male like sexual organs all together. Its main purpose, its main goal is to mess up with the yin and yang, so you don't like form family, you don't like give birth to babies and stuff. And then you see the abortion thing is like there's a lot of deception into it to normalize it. It's like saying it's the woman's choice and stuff. But if you look at the whole big picture, you have to elevate and look at the big picture. There's a whole industry behind it. The education program trying to deceive people, and behind it, you know, the dead baby, what they use for? They used to make vaccine and stuff. So basically, they profit from the dead bodies of the baby. So if there's a profit in it, there will be a drive to try to promote it. So basically, that's how these evil stuff work. They mess up with the yin and yang and then tell you this is normal. Anyway, this is about the stuff that I want to cover, and here, I think on Cubicle side, there's you can check out my previous videos on how these two guys always saying they met on the basketball court. With the fact is this is my schoolmate and by my little brother from my HKUST schoolmate that I introduced and recommend to as like a front-end developer because he was finding his job, and David Chan, this guy I know. later, if I don't know, Homentin Tyson is not fighting with me, I may call him out. Now this is just a joke, but I really want to call this guy out because I think that's the only legal way that I can punch him in his face. And I think he's a pussy. He won't like fight with me, so I'll keep calling him out. Yeah, this is a good way. So I think that's all for today, and thank you for watching. And I will put the Miro links down below so you guys can check how the Hong Kong Law Society is corrupted and work with a corrupted lawyer, Peter Wong, to drag on the complaints. So basically in Hong Kong, you can see this, even the regulatory authority is working with their own lawyers to protect their own people, kind of like protecting the evil agenda behind, to lean on the rich. And I think that's it for today.